Hey, what's going on, Digimon TCG fans? This is JOF Digimon JermX here, back with another deck profile. This is going to be another quick and fun deck profile for a deck I've been thoroughly enjoying so far, and it's going to be that of
Biomerge Digivolution.
That's right, MegaGargomon. It's a card that got outshined a lot during EX2 compared to Guillaumon and Renamon, who got X antibody and along with getting more support in the future in Mako mode and a lot of other versions of the Renamon line. This deck is pretty fun to run against the meta. It's actually very anti-meta. It does well against Mastemon and Alphamon when it comes to shutting down your opponent, stopping them from gaining memory, and stopping Digimon from just swinging in general. Before we start this deck profile, please do like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. Our last video didn't have any comments, which is a little upsetting, but it is our first video. And yeah, I would like to read some comments and reply. So we're going to start off with the babies. For the babies, people usually run the EX3 Gummymon. It's a very good card to run in this deck. You draw one off of suspension, which a lot of the cards in this deck do, but I'm running my own little tech with it. I might try it with the Gummymons, we'll see. But for my tech, I'm running 2 Argomon and 3 Koromon. The Argomon is very good to gain that extra memory. That extra memory does matter in this deck, especially since you're going to be evolving quite a lot and quite fast, along with gaining a lot of memory from those evolutions. And then the Koromon is great to get rid of any cards from the top of your deck that you don't really need at the moment. So you can just cycle through, put some at the bottom that you don't need. Alright, so going into the level 3s, we are going to be running quite a few Terriermons. We're running 4 of the EX2 Terriermon, 4 of the BT8 Terriermon, and 4 of the BT3 Terriermon. Now the EX2 Terriermon is just a great Terriermon to have on the field. It makes it so your tamers are 1 cost less, which you do run quite a bit of tamers in this deck. Along with that, it's inheritable, as when you suspend a Digimon, you get plus 2k. That does help quite a lot. It makes it so your smaller guys can hit over some bigger guys pretty fast. Your BT8 Terriermons are your searchers. They help you find your Gargamons and Rapidmons. And then your BT3 Terriermons are your memory stopper Terriermons. They stop your opponent from gaining any memory except from the tamer effects. So, aka Alphamon. Alright, along with the Terriermons, we are running 2 Betamons. Betamon is just a great card to hard drop. If you have top 3, and you can add 1 level 4 or 1 tamer. And again, you're going to be running quite a few tamers, so very good to get your tamers. You do need your tamers for this deck. They help the deck function. Along with the level 3s, I know it's not a level 3, but you're going to be running 2 Calmon. Not that many people run Calmon, not that many people appreciate Calmon compared to Bokomon, but it's still a cool card nevertheless. It can't attack, sadly, but he does become a 1-drop if you have a Terriermon on the field. Along with that, when a Digimon Digivolves, you can suspend the Calmon to gain 1 memory, draw 1, and give a Digimon plus 3k, which is very, very good. Again, you want to evolve fast, and you want to evolve for cheap in this deck, so this guy does help out with that. Next up for the level 4s, we're going to be running 4 Gargamon. Gargamon's a great card to run in this deck. You could run the older Gargamon, but I'm only going to be running these Gargomons. They have that effect of when they Digivolve, you can do it for 1 less, making your level 5 a 2 cost, usually instead of a 3 cost, which is great. And you can make it even cheaper with your tamers, which you'll see as later on in the video. Along with that, he has the same effect as that EX2 Terriermon. He gains that 2k when your opponent suspends. So, very, very good. Along with that, we're going to be running some armors. So for the armors, you can run 3 of the Rapidmon. I'm only running 1 Rapidmon. He doesn't really come up as much as you think he does in this meta. The boards aren't as wide as they used to be. It's more of 1 stacks. But for the spicy tech with this guy, this is my own little insert. I'm running 2 Shuriman. Shuriman is an interesting card. When you Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon with Blocker can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this card shuts down completely Alphamon. Alphamon does gain that blocker effect from when he evolves from his level 4s. So playing this, digivolving into this, your opponent just can't swing for the turn. You have an Alphamon that's essentially useless on the field. He can't attack your Digimon, he can't attack your security, and he can't even block. So it's very, very nice. Very spicy tech. Along with this, we're running the 2 hybrids. We're running 2 Arbomon. Just, you know, hybrid swing for game. Again, you have a lot of tamers in this deck, so it will come up quite often. And then finally, we're running 2 Kabuterimons. Just a good blocker to have. You want a blocker sometimes, so just cheap and easy blocker is also just a cheap evolution if you can't seem to find any level 4s. Next up for the level 5s, we are running 4 Rapidmon. This card's great for the evolution line. If you have a green tamer in play, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, therefore proccing every other effect underneath it. Along with that, it has the inheritable of gaining security attack +1 when you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And you will see with the MegaGargomons that this does come up quite often, so you can swing for quite a lot. Along with this, we are running some quite janky jank, if I do say so myself. We're running 1 Dinobemon from BT3. Just a great Digimon, piercing jamming. It's just quite fun to run. Your opponent never expects it. We're running 1 Climbmon. It has that when digivolving effect. If this Digimon is suspended, you can return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with DP less than or equal to your owner's hand. Usually you can use this to get rid of like Gargamon or anything that will stop you from making your MegaGargo cheaper, because your MegaGargo is an expensive card, so you do want to make it as cheap as possible. Its inheritable is also great. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your unsuspend phase, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, therefore activating all your other effects with it. And then one more from EX1 Lilymon. When one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, security attack +1. Just another security attack to build up on. So if you don't see that Rapidmon, Lilymon does come in handy. Alright, finally for the big boys, our level 6s. We're running 2 MegaGargomon from BT3 and 3 MegaGargomon from EX2. For the BT3 MegaGargomon, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and it doesn't unsuspend, again proccing all your effects. Along with that, you gain that security attack +1 from suspending, so you could be swinging for 3 checks potentially if you have the right evolution line. Along with that, this one is going to be your deletion MegaGargomon. For each of your green tamers in play, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. They do not unsuspend during your opponent's main phase. So same effect as the other one, but it also has the one attacking. Return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon to the hand. So you can get rid of Alphamon, you can get rid of Mastemon, unless they do Breath of the Gods, but other than that, you can get rid of any big stack. Very, very nice. And these guys are going to be your bread and butter for the deck. Now along with that, we're running quite a few tamers. We're running 4 of Henry. Henry is your memory tamer. He's essential for the deck. When you attack with one of your Gargomons or Rapidmons, you just suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, therefore activating all the effects. Along with that, we're running 3 Willis. Willis has that on play. You can hatch 1 egg, so you can pull out and then immediately hatch and then evolve again. Along with that, he has the effect of when you digivolve into a Gargamon or Rapidmon, you could do it for 1 cost less, which is very, very good. Again, you want to digivolve your deck fast and cheap, so Willis comes in handy. And then along with these 2, we're running 4 Izzy's from starter deck 4. Izzy is just amazing with this deck. You gain a memory when one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended. It's a 2-drop 2, very cheap. And if you have a lot of these on the field, you're going to be gaining memory quite fast. And it's a very cheap card to just hard drop, and then next turn a hybrid for game. And then finally, you're only going to be running 1 option card. I feel like it's essential for any green deck. Hidden Potential. You can suspend one of your Digimon to digivolve for 5 less. Just good. Zero cost, just a good card. As you see with this deck, you're not going to be relying on your security too much. It's going to be nice when you hit the Tamers and security, but you don't really have anything fail-safe. The whole deck's purpose is swing fast and shut down your opponent. And yeah, that's the end of the deck profile. Again, I would love it if you guys like and subscribe and leave a comment maybe. I would like to reply to some comments, and yeah, see you in the next video. In the next video, we're probably going to be doing a deck profile for the tournament we just played. Oritama and Digimon topped pretty well in it, so hopefully we're going to have deck profiles for both of them coming up soon. Thanks for watching.